rotate this round so that it's, there we go, so that it's more traversable. And like I say, the cool thing is I can replace these models when I've got textures I like better, because the texture's way too subtle. In fact, there's no texture on that one at all. So I do have to rethink some of these. Or I just want them to have a bit more texture on. Look at this. That mountain just got killed on the vertex, on the side of the vertex mountain. So as I fly around, you can slowly start to see that there's a new sort of thing happening. There's an aesthetic change because these black tendrils are appearing. There's another one out of the water. But I've done some really cool things with the placement of the weapons and stuff for the capture the flag. Ah, see. Yeah, that still works okay. I'm going to find some more. I'm going to put a great big tentacle coming up the top of the gallery. So I've got a bunch of different ones. They all took about 2 minutes to draw in VR, and then quite a bit of faffing around in Blender, to be honest. But I used this really useful plugin called Simple Bake. So if anyone's a 3D modeler and they want to be making models for Nifty Island, then I highly recommend that you learn about baking your textures and use an add-on called Simple Bake. It will make your life so much easier, assuming you're using Blender. That's the only 3D program I know really on desktop. But you save so much time using Simple Bake. It's free. It's not free. It's $20, I think. But it means that you can get textures onto your models. Yeah, Rizzle. Everybody needs to, because the baking process basically when it comes to baking, what we're talking about. Hold on, let me get rid of the sound. I'm just going to get rid of the audio on this. There we go. Yeah, sorry about the murder. I mean, that's kind of cool as well, though, to be fair. What was I doing? I've left a tentacle across here now. There it is. Yeah, the act of baking means that you can get any kind of textures you like, and they can be really detailed, really complex, and you can set lights up in your model in Blender, and then you can kind of like indelibly tattoo the textures and all the lights and complex sort of geometry patterns and things onto your models, and it will help them look kind of more detailed in this space. So, but it's something that I still sort of don't fully make the most of. But there's only certain types of materials that are supported. PBR materials are supported in Nifty Island. There's more to it than that. You can have glowing emission, which is good. Oh my god, who is that? Look at that. Oh, they've gone. We were blessed with some, yeah, angel of doom. Midstream. It looks like there's loads of people playing Metageist, which is cool. But like I say, in a minute, after I've decided that I've put enough tentacles in, I'm going to load up the options for Metageist, and I'm going to figure out whether or not the weapons are well placed and the flags. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, cheers, Merc. I've battled with the baking stuff in Blender, the native stuff, and it's unbelievably painful. So finding Simple Bake was a breath of fresh air. So I actually did all of these tentacles at once. It isn't as good as I'd hoped, but it'll do for now. You can see that there is, if I get really close, you can see that there's a bit of texture going on. And there's a bit of a glow coming from the glowing tendril parts as well. rotate this. I've used very simple shapes because I wanted to create a pack that I could play with quickly. So one thing I'm really interested in is just making these processes as quickly as possible, making the level design and game changing process as quick as possible. So I could theoretically export models straight from my VR sculpting program, Gravity Sketch, straight into this, but I wouldn't have the textures. So I do have to go through Blender if I want to get any kind of textures on there. WG in the house. Hello, mate. Right, that WIP logo is one of many. I've been placing WIP logos all over the place. There's a little sticker wall here. It's got a Skeeny, a Geist, Metageist, and the WIP sticker. This is the red team's gallery. We got a Trippy Yogi. We got a Skeeny. We've got a friendship bracelet. Got a Gazer. My probably my best and favorite, and certainly most valuable NFT. John's one of these guys. From John Carell. That was a one of 10, and I love this piece. It doesn't animate when you're in build mode though. We got a Crash Blossom as well, and a reflection. Some pretty good art showing that one. Fly over here past the Dancing Dark Mountain, and we've got Blue Team, which has a Banana King show on at the moment. This is the Blue Team's like base and gallery. All of these are Banana Kings. One of my favorite artists in the space. That's a prized one of one. And we've got a no shot Abyss trainer. The idea is that if we could, we would get rid of flags and we'd replace the flags with any kind of other GLB. It's something I'd like to recommend to the developers. So there's going to be a flag coming out of the no shot, because that to me is like a grail as far as I'm concerned. Like one of the first digital fashion items by a master of voxels. And then over here we've got Lil Rizzle's sword. That's the other prized 3D artwork. See how these guys are guarding it? Because there's a flag there. It's probably very annoying at the moment because I think the flag's like right inside it. So I might just move the sword away a bit. I'm not going to get rid of it. Can everyone hear me okay? Tell me if I'm mumbling or I'm too quiet, or what you want to know. I want to make sure that it's got some value for you. I think I'm moving away from the mic sometimes. So what I wanted to do was make... Can't actually see where I'm going to put it. I was going to put some tentacle bridges in. Yeah, it's got the texture on it, so I'm going to do that. Oh, so one thing to note, this mesh here, which is the gallery with like this weird sort of yacht-looking sci-fi platform thing. If you accidentally delete this, you lose all the artwork placement, and it's a real pain in the ass. So if you're using this, don't click your middle mouse button down on this item, because you'll hit undo to get it back, and all your art will be gone, and you'll have to remember what they were and put them all back in. And I've done it twice now. I've had to redo it twice because I've accidentally deleted it. But it's a thing called the Schiller. But I think it's one I had to buy with Bloom, to be honest, because I'm trying to like use the marketplace a little bit. I think what I'm going to do is move over to setting up the game, for the capture the flag, for the Metageist capture the flag, and see what I can do to make it a bit more exciting using the tentacles. Let me just put one or two more in actually, because that's a bit lame. There's not many. I'm gonna put one like coming out of the ocean right out here, and like that. Ooh. And then put like one of the best weapons out near it. Oh, oh god. If you roll over when you're moving things around, you want to roll over so it highlights yellow. Then you can hold down. Then you can hold down. You don't need to hold down shift, but then you can just expand it. Sometimes it's a bit fiddly. Oh, see, I just accidentally hit a button, and now I've come back to this.
Metageist.
Yeah.
Potentially stupid question, but within Nifty Island, like as you're adding these elements and things like that, are there any performance considerations or constraints that you need to bear in mind? Like, or is Nifty Island pretty optimized? Like you can do pretty much whatever you want without worrying about.
Yeah, thanks. That's a great question. You've got like you've got build weight here, and so you've got a certain amount of points, and as you play and earn bloom, you can get more points. None of that involves real money. You can just play it and get more points. And the weight of your models in terms of how big their textures are and how many triangles they're made up of adds to that build weight as you go. So one of the reasons I've done these things, A, because they're really quick to make, but B, because they're very like low in geometry. So I tried to import some of my older models, and they do import, but you'll lose loads of this, the build weight, because it will just take it up. But they don't really stop you. I don't know what the cap is for models. I haven't pushed it to its limit, but it's not too bad. And because it doesn't have to run in a browser, I think you get a little bit more to play with, and that's partly why this looks like so good and runs so well. Is because obviously, if you want to play it, you need to download it. So yeah, when you make a model in Blender and you want a texture on it, you can change the size of that texture, and they recommend, and I use just no bigger than 1024 pixels. And that runs quite nicely. That's a square, like pixel square. But you can really push that and do something really high res and make it huge, and you could do some really high fidelity stuff. It's just it would use up your build rate a little bit.
And how does building in Nifty Island compare to Hyperfy, which feels like the closest equivalent, at least in our space?
Yeah, they're really similar. Hyperfy is still like when you go from this to I mean, I'm actually still can't get into Hyperfy for some frustrating reason. But when you go from here to Hyperfy, it's kind of a bit of a breath of fresh air, but in that you can just drag and drop things in from anywhere without having to go to another website and put them in the marketplace and things. So that's good. But they're really quite similar. You've just got different the platforms outside of the build tools are very different. So you've got all sorts of different considerations. You don't have to worry so much about the weight of the models in this, which is nice. But I mean, Hyperfy, my 3D NFTs work, and there's still a real big bugbear for me in this platform is that my 3D NFTs are animated, metaverse ready, open metaverse ready 3D NFTs that I've been collecting for like 4 years. None of them work, and I really want to show them off. Like, I really want to build a sculpture park in here and show off some of these like early pioneers of 3D NFT artwork. But in terms of navigation, they're very similar. It is tricky going from like Blender to this to Hyperfine things like some of the shortcuts and some of the buttons are different, and yeah, it can be. I mean, that's how I ended up accidentally deleting the thing and having to replace all the artwork, is because I clicked a button that in Blender does something different. But it is what it is. Yeah, that'll do. I've done that now. I'm going to exit out of the build mode. Oh, there's a cool thing here. If you press Q, I am now the droid flying around and can fly around as the droid. And if I want my Metageist avatar to come up here, I can right click, aim, and teleport him, which is cool. So your little whip, my little janky WIP Meetup droid is able to teleport me around. Hidden Forces is in the game. All right, Bradley. Right, so if I hit G, I can go to Metageist. You can see there's a bunch of people playing it, so this is probably going to disrupt their game a little bit, but I think it will still run. They just might see things moving around. So now I'm going to check what I've got. The first thing up here, Team 1, Team Flag. I'm placing the flag. Looks like it's the blue one. Oh yeah, Team 2 is there. Yeah, until I moved the sword was right over the flag before. If I fly over to the blue team, all I really wanted to do was place it inside the, on top of. It won't go inside. I thought it would go inside the shoe. I'm going to put it on top of the shoe, and I'm going to very, very carefully get rid of this one by clicking the middle button. Here we go. So that's where the flag will be. Then we can go to the next, and we've got the different team spawn points. So I make it so that when you're in team 1, you can spawn anywhere near the gallery, basically. So you're in this floor here. We've got mlibt, CompuServe, what's it called? CompuServe, and Karen France says Into and Duck Mountain in here. And man, Concrete Clouds, I've forgotten his actual username, but yes, I don't want to dox him. So I'm not going to move the spawns because I don't think I need to. The way I've done it is that there's spawn points in the gallery, and then there's one under here. Under here, there's some nice armor, which is really useful. The blue ones are really good armor. And then there's another one somewhere hidden, somewhere random. So we're going to skip that. I'm not going to move any spawns. So I can just click over here. Then I can check the red flag. It's more or less in the right place. Little Rizzle sword. I'm just going to leave that. I'm going to fiddle with it because they're playing a game. Spawns are probably fine. Yeah, we can see this thing up here with John's artwork. Go down into, oh, there's a Rizzle. Go down into here, there's some in there. Yep, we've got a Giselle Flores in there as well, and an Angie Taylor. 3 Skeenies. Look at this. Probably my favourite part of the whole build. Megalarus arcade machine with Donkey Kong loot. It won't play while we're building. You can see that there's a bunch of power-ups here. This is to help invaders. We've got these boosters that fire up into the sky. And there's a bunch of sneaky ways up onto each gallery. Oh yeah, there's a team. You might start team 2 up here, and if you do, you can bounce up onto this block where I've hidden some sniper bullets, and you've got a great view of the whole map. So there's a sneaky bit of alpha for the battle. And then this is a really fun bit. You can choose where the ammo spawns. So I've got a few things that I'll share with you now. This is really fun. I love this stuff. Thinking about how the games pan out. So if you want, behind this portal, there's some healing potions. So you could, if you're on a team, you can stand up here and fire healing potions at your team to help them steal the flags. But you've got to get up here first. There's also some really powerful bomb ammo up here. If you go over to this, one of my metafiler pieces from Nifty Gateway, you can see you've got long distance weapons up here as well. So you've got healing shots and you've got sniper ammo. So when you're in the capture the flag, you can get up here. You got to figure out how to get up here, and then you can get your ammo and get your shots and do some sniping. But of course, anybody up here could see you, and you're kind of a sitting duck as well, so you've got to be careful. So I'm just going to see if I've got, like, I wanted to, where is it? I want to just get people to run around on these things, so I'm just going to put something kind of cool up here. I'm going to put the lightning shot. That's a really powerful weapon because it knocks, I think, like 20 off someone, but it also, let me put it in the middle. I'm going to put 2 of them. But it also keeps them like electrified and they can't move for about 2 seconds. So you can pummel other bullets into them, or it gives you a bit of time. Yeah, like I say, there's some sniper shots hidden up here. Healing, I was going to put some healing boxes. Yeah. See, on top of the trees. There's another one there and another one there. And yeah, the tops of the trees have got healing boxes. So they're useful, really useful, but you are again a sitting duck if you go there. So down here you've got, I can put one there like that. You've got a healing box like that. And if you're wanting to do a race, I'll show you how that goes as well, because we've got a little bit of time still. In a second, let me just see if there's anything else I need to do here. Is there a way to make floating robot fuck off in the Nifty? Yeah, I know. You can't get rid of the floating robot. And another thing you can't do is zoom into first person mode. So you have to enter into the artworks to look at the artworks properly, which is a bit of a shame. So you can't just like roll your mouse and go into first person view and look closely at the art. Oh, I've already got. No, we did. Didn't duplicate Jason's, did I? That is where I put it. We've got a Miss Al Simpson in here now. Just put that in. She wasn't in the Taschen book, which I thought was a crime against crypto art. We've got another Jason Duckmanton there. We've got an Arthur. We've got an Issa Cost and Karen. And we've got MLibT. Oh God, can't remember who that is. I can't remember the name, but they were really early doing AI. Bit of an Angie Taylor. Yep, I think I'm done with moving the weapons around, but I do think that's really fun. Oh yeah, up here, it's quite tough to jump up onto this platform, but you can do it. I don't know if Brickwalk wants to try, but you can jump up onto this pole in the middle and sort of like keep jumping, and then if you hit what is it? Oh, there we go. Yeah, if you hit control, you'll do a forward roll, and with a combination of jump and roll, you can double jump with 2 space bars, and then you can also use your roll, and you can get up onto the top here. Oops. You can also just upload your own meshes for the floaty robot dude. Mine's a little bit broken still. I don't know why it came out so crumpled, but there is kind of like a dodgy half-wrapped WIP logo on the back of mine. And it can be any object you like. So anyone with artwork that suits that sort of thing can change their droid as well. Interoperability of avatars is great. They've done that really well. This tentacle is floating in the sky, so if I hit B, I can just go straight into build mode, and I'm just going to delete it. Yeah, these Zen bonsai trees, these are from an old Zen collection from a couple of years ago, and they just went and reminted their things basically because they weren't showing normally, they weren't showing automatically, so they reminted some of their models. That's where those pink trees came from. So everything just sort of automatically saves as you change it, so that game has actually been dated.
Metageist, another question that you brought up, the bonsai trees, which are linked to that older project. With with those sorts of assets, is there any actual connection to the original tokenized assets? Like if you click on them, is that added in the metadata of the models? Like did the team add that? Curious about that just for the on-chain linkage.
Yeah, see, if I right click, the little droid pops up and it brings up ZenFT, which is the name of the project, and then I can hit left and I can see the asset. And this, but the thing is, because this had to be minted again, there isn't an OpenSea link. So they're trying to silo a little bit and have like a bit of a walled garden thing. I think it must be a deliberate thing, but they've also said that they're going to make things much more interoperable. So we'll see. But if I go to, I've got to run up here. If I go to a 2D artwork, go up to SimLibT, view on OpenSea, you see that doesn't come up. So as long as they've put their description in, and you can find out who's who, but it doesn't go straight to the, their other art from outside the game with a 3D asset.
Got it. Shout out in the team. Super deck.
Really early adopter. And if I want to go to the race, which one was it? I think it was Dead on Your Feet is the longer one. This is the one that Jason's, I think, still winning at. I can go to edit, and now I can say where I want the start point to go, and then I can just put the checkpoints where I want them to go. You can see here, there's the number. That's checkpoint 4. You just plonk them where you want them to go, and then you have to keep jumping into the game and testing. But it's super easy. Like it's really easy to make the games, and that's what's keeping me interested as a creator, as an artist here. That and the fact that at the moment, at least, there still seems to be a lot of traffic, and people are farming the airdrop, sure, but it is also super fun.
Yo, Metageist, I got a question for you, man. You've been like pretty active building in here, and I've been like fairly active messing around with it and everything. Do you feel like there is like a limited window of time, like within the constraints people have for like, essentially choosing between these 4 games? Like, is there like enough like creative freedom within the context of these games that you feel like it's sticky enough that people will stick around, or do you think like eventually people will be hungry for something slightly different?
Yeah, I think it will all depend on what happens after the airdrop, but also how they update it. I think they've got something really solid and accessible and intuitive on the most part. So I think what we need is other, not just shoot 'em ups and races and stuff and guns. I think there needs to be other reasons for people to go to these things. So at the moment in here, we haven't got video feeds. We haven't got much in the way of audio or lighting or interactivity. We can't just say I want to create something that does this when I go here. So yeah, it's hard to say. I think we'll have to see what, like, I've got a lot of belief in the team. I'm quite confident in them, and I think that they're sort of doing this correctly. So it all depends on the amount of features that they can import, that they can add. I'm still, like I say, I really want to see 3D NFTs being supported properly, like legacy 3D NFTs being supported properly, and then that's the same for a lot of people. People can go. I'm sure a lot of people bought a lot of 3D things and haven't really done much with them, but if they can put them up and then create their own games and stuff, I think people might use it more. And then there's a creator economy inside this, where you can create packs and sell them and avatars. You can put an avatar and some other landscape pieces or puzzle pieces or game elements and put it all into a pack and then sell that for 10 Matic or however much you want to sort of spend. If there is a decent secondary market which you can filter, then I think it's got a lot of potential. But you kind of want to be able to filter your notifications of the stuff you get in, because there's already quite a lot of junk flying around. So I think there needs to be an actual proper marketplace. I think we take for granted, as much as we like to diss OpenSea and other platforms, I think we take for granted just how powerful they are now these days in terms of the filtering and the finding items. And at the moment, their marketplace is a bit rudimentary. So it's kind of, you have to sort of shuffle through the rubbish to get to what you want. And all that sort of stuff. In terms of a healthy secondary market, I think that's really important. I think it needs to be something that people can put their time into, with a hope that they'll get some compensation for that time, which is the sort of Web3 gaming dream. And I think they're kind of looking good to sort of deliver on that. But I really like Hyperfly as well, and on Cyber. I just like this at the moment gives people a few more different reasons to come visit. So for the time being, at least, it's the one I'm most interested in. Although it's been a while since I've been in it, because the real world has taken up a lot of my time. You just put the finish line in, game points, and yeah. So I'm not going to actually change anything there, but you can have a bunch of different games. The more blooms you have, the more games you can have. And there's also a spy game that turns everybody into the same character, and then you just have to wander around and see who's the one pretending and who's the bot. I might just start. I'm going to start Max last standing spy hunt game while I'm here. So yeah, what I'm thinking about doing is doing a pack of things that are like aesthetic sculptures that wrap around certain parts. So if I was going to create in the same sort of style, create this like tendrilis portal that wraps around the diamond portals in here, and also things that wrap around the blowers and stuff like that, so that the key parts of the game mechanics can be updated with my own aesthetic. I thought that was quite a fun thing to toy with, so that's kind of high on my list. I just need to get the workflow down so that it's a lot faster to get things textured and stuff. But we're getting there. Any more questions from anyone? Yeah, let me know if it's useful, and if you think of anything else you might need to know. Oh, we can also set up portals that go from island to island as well, which is something I haven't actually done yet. But they're not just local. There's a portal. If I go into the under here, there's a portal here. It pops me out at the top. But these can go to other islands as well. So, we can create, if there's 3 or 4 of us, or 2 or 3 of us at least, that have made games, we can just go from one to the other and do a little portal hopping, which is cool. Yeah. For this one, you have to tap E, and then you come down into the water. You can, of course, terraform as well. So when you're in build mode, you can just use these terraforming tools, which are really cool. So if I want to put a pond here, we'll do it right now. I'm just going to dig, and what's cool is the Metageist avatar is there, like thinking, almost like a psychic, and I can just cut down into the hill, into the ground like that, and smooth it, give it some edges. And then if I want to go to build, I can go search up here, get. Oh, I don't want those flowers. Get some plants to go along the edge of the pond, for instance. And go to this nature pack that comes with it, stock nature. Yeah, just drag some flowers in. Hey, Ballistic. I love how everyone just dances to say hello back. I'm just putting some plants in around the pond. The terraforming stuff's great. It's, I think that's sort of thing that people do take for granted, potentially, because I think that sort of thing is really hard to do. I'm just going to put a palm tree in, because why not? The lack of chicken dance in Nifty Island is a red flag. Yeah, yeah, but still, Hyperfly's still only got like one dance, haven't they? I don't know what that's all about. There's stuff I haven't seen. Oh, that tree's floating in the air. That's not what we want at all. There we go. So are these. That's annoying. I've got flying flowers because I wasn't paying attention.
Metageist, does the marketplace have fees?
No. No, there's doesn't seem to be any fees. I don't know if I've just missed that, but yeah, there doesn't seem to be any. And like I say, you can get your assets into the game without paying any gas either. It's just that what happens is the gas is going to get passed on to the people who purchase it. But you can mint on polygonal base, and the gas is negligible anyway. And of course, so Ethereum's update that's coming up is going to make L2 gas cheaper again. So I just
How do they?
Sorry,
How do they make money? Everything's free? Is that
I
how
don't
it
know.
works?
At the moment, it is.
Until we're addicted, maybe.
I haven't noticed any. The thing is, I actually haven't sold anything yet, so I might have missed that. I might have missed where they get their money, because it's a good question. I haven't done anything that I thought was worth selling yet. I've done some like freebies. If anybody wants some freebies, I can chuck you some stuff if you put your wallet address in the chat. But they're only like WIP stickers and Metageist stickers, and they're literally like copies of my real sticker and their stickers, and then maybe some tentacles as well if I decide that they're good enough. But I'm just testing that. I definitely want to do a pack that's really quite affordable and that other people can get on board with and get, so that ideally, if this really takes off, you'll start seeing my sort of animals and tendrils and things popping up across the metaverse. Same old shtick, really.
This may qualify as alpha, but talking with a few other artists that are talking and close with Nifty Island, it seems like Nifty Island really wants to lean into artists and sell artist-created objects and models on their marketplace. So it seems like that's probably the closest angle for monetization for their project, and also opportunity for artists too. So
nice. Yeah, that would be really cool. That'd be really good. When you go around islands, honestly, I know I'm going to sound like a pompous art ponce, but there's very little decent art on the other islands. So I like the fact that they'd be focusing on creators and artists. But I guess I would say that because this is my art collection, or some of my art collection. But there's a lot of like derivatives and PFPs everywhere across the other islands. I want to see more people put art up. I've literally seen people come in here and what I've watched them like check them all, and not just to get points, but actually read them. You can tell they're really reading, so you can discover artists in the middle of a capture the flag game, and I think that's really cool.
Can you erase the whole build to start from like complete zero, like Hyperfly would look?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen that.
Dude, there's a button somewhere that says like reform my island, or like give it a like essentially like a reroll or something, and I'm super scared to push it because I don't want it to like reset all the stuff that I've done to my island. But it seems like there's some sort of like reset or reroll or something, but I'm afraid to touch it.
Yeah.
Is there a save? Is there snapshots like they have in like voxels or something?
I don't think so. No, it just automatically saves constantly. You've got these settings like weather and sky, the color of the ocean. Unlock this. I don't know what this is. Land. I know that's just like the skin, the texture on the ground, but I'm not going to touch it. And I haven't unlocked music actually, which is silly. I've noticed that people are minting music on the marketplace, and then if you've unlocked this, you can you can use those NFT music as your soundtrack to different parts of your island, which is super cool. I saw Reneo did that.
I'm not sure where it was, but I was on someone's island this week, and it was completely, it looked like they started from scratch, and it was like a regular city. It seems like everyone's island is an island, but I'm not interested in islands. I'm like more a cityscape type of builder. So
yeah, you can do that. You just got to like hide the edges. If you put taller buildings at the edges, and there's a bunch of basically free skyscrapers and stuff, and you can build proper streets.
Yeah.
And that's cool. I think I reckon that they may well keep the brand, but I reckon they'll change that. And I think it's very clever though to keep you sort of like working on your own little parcel. Island makes sense to have water in all directions, but you can definitely have a completely different aesthetic because you can use any 3D models that are small enough to be usable. You can have hard ground and dark.
Yeah,
night
it's
sky.
smart. It's smart to pre-populate it with something like, like if Hyperfy was pre-populated with something, I think it might be a little more pleasing to people to jump in, or like pre-populate it with like a city, or they could choose. That's what
Yeah.
Voxel's messed up with. Like they should have just pre-populated every parcel with something that was like normal, so it didn't look like a barren wasteland.
Yeah, definitely. There's enough to start with here, but like you say, and it bothers me too, that they all kind of look the same. But that's only because that most people have only used their assets and aren't minting their own. And as time goes on, this won't be a green island anymore. This will be completely taken over like some evil castle or something. I don't know, but it's like it's been fun to use the existing pieces and just get to grips with the controls.
Yeah, definitely.
With
I'm
this,
I'm
yeah.
I'm scared to dip in, and I might just get lost in this for a couple months.
I think like if I could get away with it, I'd play with this every day. But I'm realizing what I really enjoy is, and why my artwork has always been about sort of digital spaces and metaverses. I really like game design, and I'm getting an opportunity to have a go at it, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's been awesome to get this insight into your process. Like normally we just see the end result when we incorporate your games and your worlds into the WIP. So this was awesome. Not to cut anything short, but we are at the top of the hour. We will be coming back in world so we can murder one another in this island. So everyone get ready for that. If you don't have the Nifty Island client installed, do that. It's actually quite painless compared to any other clients out there. So get ready there, and Dragonite, let's get that VIP theme song queued up.
Thank the Lord it's Thursday and we meet each other again. The VIP crew is ready for this virtual event. The seas might be rough but we will have a jolly time. Is everybody here? Are the avatars in line? There's so much going on in the NFT world. It seems like uncharted sea. Let Matthew and Drizzle guide us through. The speaker is ready and so are we. Let's keep sailing on the metaverse. Thursday's when the lightning strikes. So listen up, there's a lot to learn. Keep the treasure in your sight. Please no one get the veggie draw. Just upgrade your microphone. Together we're strong, we ain't gonna stop. Welcome to the WIP Meetup.
Boom. Quick mic check. Am I sounding okay?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I was sweating for a second. What up, y'all? This is Matthew, aka Nifty Time, aka Fake Rizzle number 4. still. Welcome back to a leap year WIP. This is a highly propitious date. Very excited. Feels like everyone's going to win the lottery today or something, or maybe the opposite, whatever. Really stoked though. As you saw, we're going to be doing something later, murdering one another, basically, in Nifty Island on Metageist Island. Hopefully everyone that joined in learned a bit about just in-world game design and game building in these virtual worlds. Normally, like I said, we only get the end result, but for folks that are curious about how to level up their game, Metageist is like literally one of the best resources in the space to learn from. So big shout out and humongous thank you to Metageist for doing that earlier. Hopefully we do that more often too on a regular recurring basis. But outside of that, we have Elated Pixels in the house. If you've been following them on Twitter, and if you're not, make sure you do. They've been sharing a lot of history and resources from Crypto Voxels, which we'll be jumping into shortly. Excited for that. Tour down memory lane with whatever Elated Pixels has in store for us. Outside of that, quick little shill. Rizzo and I, again, we put Mars on chain. You can collect us now. We have like new cover art that we're going to be releasing each week, informed by some of the topics that we discuss on the show. This week, we're really focusing on just history, on-chain history, preserving it, archiving it, documenting it better. A lot of tokenized stories out there, but we need to weave these threads together to tell a better tapestry and to keep a tapestry that's more easily accessible and tells our stories better for future generations. So check that out. Collect it if you want. It's free. Our shit's always free. So yeah, love to get more connection on chain, basically. Other quick shill on my end, little update over on Streak Points. Let me share that link real quick with folks. Get your on-chain streaking in. We added polychrome music by Raphael Rosendahl and Danny Wolfers, an old Art Blocks project, onto the site. It's a Creative Commons license, so we can do that. We have proper attribution, but basically there's 400 like really dank generative music editions that have minted out that project. They all are in the same C# Dorian scale, so they all sound really good, but basically Streak Points has a soundtrack. Someone's already streaking right now. Shout out whoever that was. You click on the art in the top right corner, it turns on the soundtrack, turn it up, or click it again, and it toggles it off. But it's adding an artful layer to the experience. There's going to be more games that we're adding here. It's a place to come, do something, play a game yourself with a bunch of other folks. So excited to build that out. And when you do that, you get a stake in the future of the project, SP. Excited to add more details around that in the coming weeks too. So stay streaking, and I'm going to shut my mouth up, my shilly mouth, and pass the mic to Rizzle to kick things off properly for the WIP.
This is one of these like feats of cross metaverse platform epic proportions here. I think we got Elated Pixels in the house. We've actually been doing such a good job of this recently, cross streaming and everything, that a few people have managed to attend the WIP recently and not even realize we're broadcasting through Discord, because they've been able to follow through Twitch and everything. So not sure if that relates to Voxel Living / Elated Pixels, but we're going to attempt to get their mic unmuted and figure this out. For those of you who are here for the first time or who have not been here for a while, we're in the general channel for the chat here in Discord. So that's where like all the links will be dropped and the side chatter is going on and everything. So I am in Hyperfi at the moment at WIP Ground Zero. I was watching Metageist stream from Nifty Island to Hyperfi thanks to some Dragonate wizardry. And then in a few minutes here, we're gonna. To be honest, I'm not sure if the portal's working, but I'm gonna drop the link. We're gonna shove everyone into Crypto Voxels and do like a field trip / mini tour with Elated Pixels / Voxel Living, who I'm stoked to have in the house. Honestly, there's someone who, if you've been around for a while, you've probably come across them. They are big into metaverse history and Voxels specifically, hence the name. So excited to get the inside take from them. Let's see what else is going on. We have a wonderful Fabiano and Patrizia giveaway. If you're into Hyperfi, it's the giant blue block here with the funny eyeballs on it, which, as you all know, I love. So If you want one of those, make sure you sign the guest book. It is up on the stage here in the WIP parcel. I will also drop it here in the chat box in Discord. If you've been here at the WIP recently and signing the guest book, make sure you're checking your hidden wallets on OpenSea, because we've been sending you tons of stuff over the past couple weeks, and other people have piled on and wanting to send people things too. So you probably have things if you've been coming to our thing. So sign today's thing so we can give you Fabiano and Patrizia's wonderful thing and thank them for that as well. Let's see. I'm just about through everything. We're going to do some Q&A with Elated Pixels. So if you have questions during the field trip, feel free to direct them at Show in the chat box at SHO, and he can relay them, assuming we get all of our audio stuff working properly. And we're going to circle back to Metageist. We'll do a group shot in Voxels at some dope spot. Paradox can decide. And then we'll circle back at the very end for a little Death at Metageist spot that he just built before the Afties with Show. And it'll be a dope one. So yes, make sure you sign all the things, get the things, stay here in the audio channel of Discord so you don't get lost, because like I said, we're across a whole bunch of different places. So I'm going to show our link tree. It has links to everything. We've been like working on the YouTube channel. Pat Ziggy has been kicking out recap articles every week. We've got a Twitch channel that's broadcasting things. I've been uploading classic WIP moments to the YouTube channel. So stay on top of our stuff. We've done a lot of things over the past 4.5 years or whatever, and are trying to do a better job of showcasing it. And I would say, so far so good. So like our things, collect our things, pay attention to our things. Most of it's free. We do this all for free. Speaking of which, we do this all for free and have been doing it for a very long time for free. It takes a big ass crew to do this week in and week out, but we love what we do. So if you kick some money to the WIPmeetup.eth, it will get chopped up automatically amongst our crew. If you would like to donate a substantial amount of money to fund the WIP, BTW between us, all of us, who I know you won't share. We've been having some conversations about that recently, which are very exciting. Not huge amounts of money, but huge amounts of money for us. If you are one of those people who would like to help us out and blast us into orbit during this ridiculous hype cycle, we will love you forever and make you a metaverse legend. See Matt or I, we won't rug you. Or just send money to the crew through WIPmeetup.eth. They won't rug you either. We are also completely shameless. If you have stuff you'd like to give out to our audience or incorporate into our events in some way, we love free stuff, and our audience does too. So give us your things. We'll distribute them. Shout out to the crew who makes this happen week in, week out. Foxy Yoga, Easy, Paradox Show, Dragonate, Conwolf the Stowaway, Brookhawk the Chef, Fabiano, Patrizia, Fractilians, Johan, Pat Ziggy, Matt, Metageist, who is out here building live. So now we get to the tricky part where we actually try to start the show across many platforms, and I'm gonna buffer some time while we do a mic check with Elated Pixel, because I want to get everyone into the Voxel spot anyway. So I'm gonna drop the link to Crypto Voxels here in Discord. I'm gonna drop it here in Hyperfi. If someone is here, if someone is still in Nifty Island, can they please drop it there, and we will do our attempt to get everyone in the same place at the same time, streaming into Discord, mics unmuted. Elated Pixel, I know Discord is not something you're super familiar with, but let's give this a shot. You want to try and unmute? Right. Oh, yeah, dude, is that you?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, it sounds great. Hell yeah, we did it.
Oh, great. Yes. Okay, cool. Hey, everybody, how you doing? Wow, big shout to Voxel's fam, to the Metaverse OGs, of whom I aspire to be one day. And welcome to Voxel Living Showroom. I already see peeps waiting outside, which is like super exciting. And cool. Hey, I don't know what to say. So what we're going to do today basically is just take a peek at Voxel Living Showroom. And oh wow, this is great. We got Bartleby. I think we have Foxy Yoga. This is awesome. I haven't seen so many people outside of this parcel. Guys, this is like giving me so much feels. This is insane. I'm like being visited by the WIP crew. This is awesome. So what we're gonna do is just I guess once everyone's here, I'm just gonna kind of show off Diamond Gallery. which is when I got serious about building in voxels and just kind of came up with this thing out of nowhere. And I'm very proud of it. And then we're going to take a walk down the block past Flamingo Dow, which is an awesome, estate. We're not going to really look at it, just kind of pass by, and then go to the People's Gallery, which is where I built a atelier, if that's the right way to pronounce it, Atelier Osiris for Max Osiris, crypto artist OG, Voxel's Metaverse OG. I built that for him and also for the peeps. So basically, he's on the ground floor. His gallery and his pad, which I think he'll be gracious enough to let me show his his man cave there, and we can take a peek at the People's Gallery and then end up on the roof. It's like a chill spot. It's very chill on the roof. So hey, thanks for having me. And yeah, hey, let me go out and greet everyone. This is so cool. I'm like standing here in Voxel Living. Wow. We got Ballistic Banana. We got Rizzle in the house. Danny Cass. Danny, I still you will see your psychedelic Mona Lisa up in Diamond Gallery. I mean, I love that piece. That's a diamond, holder for sure. Metageist in the house. This is awesome. Stina Jones. I'm just kind of going through folks here. You have to understand, I don't see all of these. This is like the most people that I've ever seen in one of my parcels. Outside of Otis, epic parties in Berlin. And I mean, I just have not seen this many Voxlands. Wow. All right. I don't know if, so let's go upstairs. Hey, let me take you guys to Voxel Living a little bit, okay?
Dude, let's do it, man. It's awesome to see a whole bunch of legends up in here. I co-sign, man. I think everyone's ready for the tour. Let's do it.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Okay, hey, let's do it. So you guys follow me, okay? And we'll just go upstairs. Of course, I have to show the luxurious floor. Like, I'm really proud of this. This is like the first time I really learned to do cubes. So I got this nice marble floor. But I mean, I have to give credit to the Voxels community because everything that I've built here, I learned how to do it just from walking around and from just being wowed at the amazing builds. And I'm like, okay, how'd you do that? Oh my God, look at that. Wow, that means you can do that. And like such and such. Hey, I'm going to walk up to the, oh yeah, I can show you the second floor. There's not really a lot going on there. Let's just walk up there. I feel like such a dweeb with my little, you guys are like decked out. I feel like such a dweeb. I got my little sneakers and my shirt, and I'm like, amidst Voxel's royalty here. And you guys are like showing me how to get down with the wearables, man. I'm still like, I still feel like a civilian. I got like civilian clothes. All right, so there's not a lot here. Just like stuff I built. I have like Easter eggs in the form of, if you're an art blocks dude, you'll see that I built my stuff. I got a lot of art blocks. Like the floor is recursions, and they're art blocks that I own. But as a tip to anybody that wants to do that, there's a lot of art blocks projects like Bent, which is an awesome one, which is CCO. So you're totally free to like, to take this stuff and use it to build. I just have kind of a private kick out of doing it. And I noticed that that's a Voxel's tradition. A lot of people like to use, for example, Reverend Daniel Katz. Hey, I'm going to go up to the roof. Reverend Daniel Katz. WAMP's not working for me. I'm going to fly up there. Hey, let's go. Let's all go up to Diamond Gallery. I think it's called Summer. I forget what the Art Blocks project is, but I noticed a lot of folks were using that. They like to use that for floors and walls and stuff. Okay, I got one here. I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Elated. How do I get to the roof?
Okay, so you can here.
Oh, never mind.
Down there.
The stairs is invisible.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if the WAMP is not working, folks, then just fly up, out the window. I can show you. You can fly out from right here. Hey, I'm standing in the window that you guys can fly out from. Cool. And you can go up to the second floor if the WAMP's not working. I think we have Clooney in the house. All right, so this is Diamond Gallery. Not inspired by anything that I have previously seen or known. So I was kind of really excited. This is the third iteration. I can share you guys like later, like what it looked like at first. So this used to be in Oasis, which is literally an oasis. Like you have no neighbors. It's kind of depressing. So when I was able to, I moved this place from Oasis over here, and I have a shot of that. That was like a joyful nightmare because it was positioned on a different, like axis, but I got more space and I got waterfront, and I got to build it out like, even bigger. So this is all from my collection. Here's the thing I was telling you about the Daniel Katz. I'm going to stand in front of it. I mean, the Reverend Katz. You might have seen these in voxels. They're like all over the place. People use them as floors, walls. They're like, they're very cool. So when I was able to nab one in the bear, I just got it. I got black and white on purpose so that I could color it like whatever, way that I wanted to when I use it to build. And I've used it at a couple of parcels. Wow, thank you so much. This means so much to me. I'm like filming this coldly. Oh my God. Hey man, I love your gallery. I just love all you guys, man. You guys have been such an inspiration to me over the past 3 or 4 years. You don't know. I mean, it's just like, thank you so much. Thanks to Ben, thanks to the team that's not here. I mean, Failure, Bit Pixie holding it down in the Discord. It's just a big family. So when I was looking for Metaverse land, it literally said, Crypto Voxels is a small but very passionate community. And it's literally, that's what it is. I mean, it's just been that way. That's what it is. And I found my home. Oh my God, this is so awesome. Hey, I hope you guys like the hover chairs. So I figured we're in the Metaverse, right? So we don't have to obey gravity. So let's have some cool things. Even though I bet you these are going to exist in like maybe 3 years. They probably exist right now in some billionaire's home or something, right? So you got your hover chairs. Feel free, help yourself to the bar, guys. These are all good beverages here. You got wine, you got your Cavassier, and the Andromeda Ale. So I'm so happy to have you guys in I kind of call this my HQ. So I'm so happy to have you guys here. And of course, I'm a guitar player, so I have the huge guitar. If you wonder, what is this thing? It's actually a guitar. It's a Voxel guitar. And, again, I count all this stuff as being, as a result of me having been inspired by all you guys. Okay, so before I get teary-eyed and all that stuff, let's go on and hop over to, let's walk down the block to past Flamingo Dow. And I can show you the hood like really briefly. So let's all meet out where you guys were before. We can just jump down there. And we'll take a walk. Okay? And I have to shout out Volk. I just discovered her awesome gallery. We can walk by that. So I'll wait like a couple of minutes. Yo, okay, cool. Hey. Oh, wow. This is so awesome. Hey, Ben, if you're seeing this is your fam, man. This is part of what you created and the people that helped to create it with you. And we're very passionate about what you got going here, man. Thanks for holding it down, brother, for 5 years. All right, folks, let's go. So we're going to go past Volk. I'll just stand here for a minute so folks don't lose me. Somebody has a huge star wearable. Okay, so Volk's gallery is great because I love voxels for the fact that you can see easily see crypto art from 2019 and 2020, but before the era of AI madness, as I call it. I'm not anti-AI. It's just, it kind of just, hits different, man. The art from that time. So here's Volk's gallery. Beautiful, man. It's like this little just gem. She has all this stuff in there. And over here we got Flamingo DAO. We can take a peek, but this is easily worth a whole video. I mean, they have an estate. It was built out by Little Pats, and there's a few other builders here. They have a plaque. It's a riverfront. We might as well. Okay, let's walk down to the beach, but I promise you, I will not start taking a tour. I just want to show you guys the awesome beach here. And then you got the plaque that shows you the builders is right over here. So this is the mighty Flamingo DAO, and they show off their Squiggles collection, their art blocks and all that stuff. Okay, let me not get lost. You see how easy it is for me, right? Okay, so I'm going to be right outside of Volk Gallery for a few, just to gather everybody. Thanks so much, everyone. Look at these floors. Like, this is example of, like, this is a powerhouse of inspiration. Like, this floor, I would stare at it and go, how the heck? Still, like, I don't understand how they don't get the shine, because usually you get a shine. Maybe it has to do with the transparency or whatever. But I mean, look at this. This is awesome. I mean, it's seamless. It's beautiful. Okay, let's go down to the people's galleries. I also have the good fortune to be across the street from Pop Wonderworld. So Pop, here it is. It's right here. If you're listening, I'm definitely, I count myself as a privileged neighbor. I get to peek out at these huge eyeballs whenever I'm here. All right. Yeah. So it's like I'm already across from a historic build,
Elated, I think.
Oh, you guys are beautiful. Yeah.
We got a couple people still on the beach. Someone in Art Blocks Gallery. Help the stragglers.
Yeah, sure. I'm coming back right now.
Oh, right on. I got distracted, like looking at this boat and everything, and then by the time I turned around.
No, I know, man. I know. I almost didn't want to go there.
Oh, dude, this is great.
Let me know where you are. I'm going to go to the beach. Cool. I'm on the beach for anyone that's yeah, man. It's very hard to leave the Flamingo DAO estate, but I just had to kind of, dip a toe in it, especially for folks that are watching that don't see the beauty of these builds. Like, I feel a lot of these things are like being built in silence, and they just don't get appreciated. And I love the WIP for just showcasing dope things in the metaverse. And I mean, you guys have taken on the hard task of literally, watching or being a part of the metaverse as it grows. So that includes Hyperfi and Nifty Island now. And I mean, that's a huge task, and I commend you guys. I mean, my heart's in Voxels, but I see everything you're doing, and I recognize it. I mean, to me, it's the same thing in cryptocurrency. I don't think it's good to be a maxi, and I think the Bitcoin maxis learned that with ordinals and all that. And I think it's the same thing with Ethereum. Like, we need to be able to look at other chains. And yes, they crash, and maybe they turn out to not be chains at all. But I think that's the fun and the beauty of it. So you guys are doing that with the metaverse. You're like paying attention to every metaverse that comes out, and you got the quality ones and then the ones that live up to the hype. Okay, so I'm right next to Pop Wonderworld for anyone that's lost. And it's pretty much a straight shoot. We have somebody having fun over here, dancing over here. So I'm just going to stand here and so basically I'm kind of in the midsection between Flamingo DAO, Voxel Living Showroom, and the People's Gallery. So is anybody lost? Does anybody not know where to go? Because I'll stand here for a minute.
I think we're right.
Who has that huge star?
We're dropping links in the Discord chat for anyone who's listening and is lost. So check general.
Okay,
channel.
great.
And we got a bunch of people popping in now.
Okay, thanks. Okay, cool. Okay, so we're at the entrance to Atelier Osiris. Any French people in the house, please pardon my mispronunciation. Speaking of French people, the shout out, all respect due to the late great A Lot of Money, whose birthday is in a few days. So when I've said French people, I just immediately thought of him. But of course, there's the masterful Ogar, who might be here now. I'm not sure if you are. What's up, dude? Okay, so this is my first large building construction. And again, I nabbed this in the bear. There's a few folks that I just, I guess for whatever reason, they let go of some huge, previously very hard to obtain, parcels. So I was happy to be on the scene, and this is one of them. So we're going to go in. So Max Osiris, we might bump into him. I invited him to join us. So if it has the appearance of being half completed, it is. I'm literally halfway done with doing Max's second exhibition here. So my whole thinking behind Atelier Osiris and the People's Gallery is I want the OGs of Crypts of Voxels to know that the spirit's not gone, and that there's those of us who look up to you guys, and we're learning, the tricks of the trade, like how to build, and hopefully I can learn how to do cool events. I mean, you guys just got it up to such a high level. I'll just stick with building now. But so I said, hey Max, he's an artist that I really appreciate, and I just said, hey, I'm going to build. I wanted him to have a home in Voxels, and it turned out to be kind of too large for him alone. And there's plenty of room for him. And then I decided to do the People's Gallery, and just have no name, people who are doing the thing, like Ernesto Ash, and shout out V4 Wenko, tremendously talented artists who aren't necessarily headlining, but who've been doing the thing. They've been building, and they've been doing art. And I wanted a gallery for the rich and famous, and also for the guy who's just coming up. And that's why it's called the People's Gallery. So hopefully that's what we'll have in a year or so. I'll have art that's maybe what you could call elite art. I mean, I don't like using that term. And then down to stuff that's very affordable. But I want all of it to be good, and that's basically it. So yeah, so this is half of Max's exhibit. This is everything he's done pretty much since July 2023. And the first exhibit here was his Paris exhibit in September last year. And I mirrored it here. So everything he had in Paris, I put here. And that was the whole point, to have the exhibit, so that if you couldn't go to Paris, you could come here. And also it was extended here, so if you missed it in Paris, you could see it here. Plus, I'm kind of biased towards virtual galleries. I just think virtual art looks better in virtual galleries, and you can do cool stuff. Like over here, I have a floating, like a rotating art. Like, you can do that in a real gallery, but it's like a risk. It might fall on somebody's head. You got a lawsuit, and we can do that stuff here easily. In the metaverse. I was like, so much. You guys opened my mind up to so much stuff. One of a very cool thing I was talking to Max about is we can literally have seasonal builds. Like, if I wanted to, I could have a build for summer, spring, winter, fall. You can't do that in the real world. So we don't have a mortgage here. Don't pay rent. It's a one-time payment, and you get to do what you want. And it's a fully functioning gallery. You can click on any of these and purchase the art. Like, a lot of these are for sale. Super Rare. So this is basically what Max has done on Super Rare. He's released a few things on Manifold. Hey, we got Nisla in the house. Hey, man. Yeah. So hey, let's take a look at Max's pad. So I'm gonna walk over here because I had some room to build him like an apartment. And the other day he just sent me a shot of his rig. You know, his computer chair and his computer. So I told him I'm going to build it to the best of my ability and put it in his pad. But I want you guys to see his pad and tell me what you think about it. So I'm going to stand here. It's got the private, but hey, we're all family, so it'll be private for everybody else.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right. So we're gonna go up. Can folks see me? I'm gonna go up the stairs here. I'm gonna stand here in the doorway. And if you want, you don't have to. But I'm gonna go up. I'm just gonna show Max's pad. It's very, it's small, but it's totally voxeled out. That's why I want you guys to take a look. Like, it's totally inspired by stuff I saw in voxels. I mean, I never even used colors this bright until I came to voxels. So you guys have had an effect on my whole aesthetic. Living couch here. I'm proud to say that I've sold one couch like that was back in NFT summer. And then when OpenSea did the thing where they, I think they switched over to like some new type of system, I just didn't list my stuff, but like I didn't relist, but I'm gonna put the voxels back. Cool. Hey, there's the man himself. What's up, Riz? Awesome outfit, man. You guys are putting me to shame. I feel like such a tourist. I have like the regular shirt, regular sneakers. You guys got wings and I love this, man. Like, you can never get too weird and cool for the metaverse, I guess one of my personal tips is I never thought I was too cool anyway, so I'm always pleasantly surprised. Like, I'm never disappointed. I'm not like, yeah, look at this. Rubik's Cube on the back. I love this. Hey, Brookhawk. You guys are sitting on the couch. I love this, man. This is awesome. Yeah. And I made it non-collidable so you can actually sit. I learned that trick too. I was like, wait, we can't sit down. Our butts are like 1 feet above, everything. How can we fix that? Oh, okay. Just make the thing non-collidable, right? All right. Well, I can show you the people's gallery really briefly. I don't want to monopolize time. I really want to show off the roof, but I do want to show you my Palestine exhibit. And this leans into like an important point. A lot of people are catching flack for defending Palestine. And in the metaverse, we're free to do it. I guarantee you, if I ran, I don't like saying IRL because to me, the metaverse is IRL. So I just say IOW in Oxygen World. So if I ran a gallery in Oxygen World, I could catch flack, man. I could even be in physical harm. I mean, people are losing their jobs out of simply defending, a nation that is facing what Palestine is facing. And there's other nations who are facing the same thing. I don't have to worry about that pretty much in the metaverse. I can trumpet my support for Palestine and for whoever the hell else is getting oppressed by, totalitarian regimes and such, and not have to worry about my lease being, canceled or death, threats or like a mob outside my gallery. So this is a very, very important thing that I've kind of like just realized. And I think it took having a few wars and it took building a few galleries to realize that's a huge advantage over IOW, There's a lot less politics involved in the metaverse. You actually own stuff. All right, we can walk up to the second floor. I want to show you the Palestine gallery. I'm going to show you. I'm going to stand in front of the thing here. All right. Cool. So let me meet you. Hey, Danny, let me meet you on the second floor. All right. So Tezos recently ran from January 20th to February 20th something called Tees for Pal, which I thought was very courageous. I thought it was great. And I think most importantly, there's a lot of smart folks and passionate folks who will make sure that the money is going to, going to be allocated in the way that it's supposed to be, unlike things, that happen like music festivals in the real world, where all of a sudden you find out maybe 10 years later, hey, the money didn't go to like at all to where it was supposed to. So I support Tees for Pal. I actually tried to get my daughter to do a piece, but she was late with it. But I told her just do it anyway. And yes, I did pay her for it. So these are all of my pieces from that that effort on Tezos from the collection. I mean, the Tezos Palestine collection. I mean, so I was able to just kind of freely support Palestine. I'm not anti-Israel, but I'm definitely anti, genocide. And so however much this means. Now, the very cool thing is, I really didn't have time to promote this thing in the way that I wanted to, but I wanted to maybe reach out to some, organizations and show them like what we're doing in the metaverse, because this is support. It's in a digital, this is all an optical illusion, which is constantly, that's what mystifies me. I mean, technically, this is an optical illusion, but we know it's much more than that. So yeah, I really haven't promoted this in the way that I've wanted to, but I want some groups to see this, maybe some Palestinian artists to know that, people do care. And we're trying to do, in our sphere of the world, because the metaverse is a part of, the real world. It's just a different expression of it. So yeah, that matters. All right, let's head to the roof. So you can either, hey, let me show off the stairs, okay? So you can womp if you want. I'm just going to take you up to the stairs. So the third floor is the artist residency. And I literally put, you can take a look if you want. I don't want to take too much time. But I gave all of so the People's Gallery has 10 resident artists. You have Cyber Shakti, V4 Winko, Daniel Oropeza. Forgive me, y'all, if I'm saying your names wrong. Gary Cartledge is involved, but, I'm just waiting for him. I have one of his pieces here. And, Stella is also on deck, but again, she was busy with the Paris exhibit. And there's Ranga, Gons. If I'm forgetting anybody, I'm sorry. And there's Lex, the mighty Voxelian himself, Lex Luker, whose piece just sold. So good news, we just had our first double sale this week, after being live since January 8th, which is my birthday. So if you take a peek, you can see the humble, workstations I made for everyone. So it's an artist in residency. And so basically the People's Gallery is a Voxel's parcel as well as a Foundation world. And a world, if anybody doesn't know, on Foundation is a very cool place to showcase your art, because it gets more visibility than if you just have a page on Foundation. They're very proud of their worlds. So like if you're in a world, so the worlds can be, I've seen worlds with 100 artists. So we have maybe 10 right now, I think 8. And I'm just going to add more people to it. And there's like a promotional thing that I've been trying to get, folks to do. And me as well. And we can certainly look up to the WIP in that regard, because you guys, ads and your videos are great. All right, so let's go up to the roof. You can walk up there, you can womp up there. And I want you guys to check out the roof. Got the mighty Danny Cass with the beverage. Man, that's like half a keg. All right, here you go. Enjoy, guys. Knocked myself out to make this. I'm so glad you're here.
Dude, I was gonna say,
maybe,
well,
you know.
Oh, sorry, man.
Yeah. Go on, man. Yeah.
Oh, dude, this has been such a great tour, man. We haven't done like just a straight up walking tour of crypto voxels in a while now, man. But it's always a hit and always nice to come back. And you've done such a great job paying homage to so many legendary artists that we all came up with here. So, dude, we're gonna try and wrangle everyone onto the roof here for a group shot. But while we're doing that, I'm gonna drop the link in Discord here. And I'm going to pass the mic over to Sho, who's going to relay some questions from the audience that might have come in while we were touring here.
Yeah,
Hey y'all, how's my audio? 2x2, 5x5, what's
Good.
up? Awesome. Hey man, hey, what's going on?
Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm like you guys. I am buzzing. I am so ecstatic. Hey, whatever questions you have, I just have to say thank you so much. I'm just feeling the love right now. I'm seeing people that I've only seen in like video. You know, you guys have to understand you're like celebrities to me. I love this, man. So this is great. So let me shut up and whatever questions you got, you know. I won't tell you my secret building. I have a couple of secret building questions. No, I'm just kidding. A couple of secret building techniques I don't want to let go of yet.
Yeah, your energy is infectious, and it's interesting because you talk about CV like we used to do 5 years ago, you know, and it is like nostalgic, you know. Sometimes, you know, you can't help getting into the feels when you walk around, you know, and remember what was, you know. Speaking of nostalgia, Rizzle would like to know, how did you discover the metaverse?
Sure. Basically, for me, NFTs were a hedge to what was happening in crypto. You know, the coins were going down, and so I was kind of a crypto bro, you know, a little bit. I'll just put that in quotes. And there was really no escape. If Bitcoin went down, as we all know, pretty much everything went down. You just held your head down and you kind of sucked it in. But NFTs provided a financial hedge and also an emotional and a creative and an innovative hedge. So I jumped into NFTs right before the apes. And I just fell in love with the idea of land, of like digital land that I could do, you know, whatever with. And, you know, I aped into all of the OG metaverses, Somnium Space, Decentraland, even Sandbox, which I don't, you know, technically consider. I mean, it's not a full world, but you know, I still give them the respect. And fell in love with voxels, and that's really it. I got my first parcel. It was an art gallery, and it was cool because the guy didn't destroy it because I didn't know how to build. So I was like, cool. And then like from there, I kind of, you know, poked around and deconstructed it. And then I built my first gallery, I think, in like 2021. I'm sorry, that's probably a hugely long answer to your question. I'm a very like loquacious dude, so let me shut up. Did that answer the question effectively? You know.
Yes, it did.
Okay. I'm sorry.
You know,
yeah.
You know. Oh, go ahead.
No. I'm going. Yeah, go on. I just want the next question because I'll just kind of go on. My dad was a writer, and I'm a musician, so like there's no such thing as too much. Like too many notes, you know, too much words. So like I gotta kind of stop myself, or like a loving friend can say, "Hey, man, you know, you're going on too much."
Oh no, I mean, I understand. You're preaching to the choir. Everyone else in the audience knows that you're preaching to the choir, which is kind of funny. But I know a thing or two about runs and riffing when it comes to speaking,
yes,
writing,
brother.
and music. So if you catch my drift. In regards to having space to improvise, space to run and riff when it comes to your creativity in the metaverse.
Yeah. What you mentioned all these other platforms, but it's 2024. Are there any new platforms that you may feel like you want to explore that may provide a new burst of inspiration and energy other than crypto voxels?
The only maxi that I am is a Voxel's maxi, but I'm not one that's closed-minded, like how the Bitcoin guys were, shocked and horrified when, lo and behold, NFTs can be done on, it can be transacted on that chain. I'm a Voxel's maxi because I literally can't find enough to do here. Like, it has me. Like, I don't have it. I literally will walk down the block and I have to watch my time because I go, oh, hey, look at this. And then I'm checking out somebody's link tree. And then I'm hitting somebody up and then I'm visiting their gallery, and it goes on and on. And the more I do it, the more it happens. Like, I just discovered Vox's awesome little gallery. And I say little, affectionately, because in Crypto Voxels, there's like these little galleries that are so deep and like robust that they just offer so much. I don't mean it in terms of like, it's just like, yeah, it's like these like mini little, but it's like, you're like, wow, you're like, you're just there for like 2 hours. And because it's like so much going on, but I just discovered her gallery like the other day. I walk by it all the time. So that's how Voxels is for me. Voxels has totally captivated me. So I've been in other metaverses. I have not had the time to build there. Like, literally, I want to, I need to, because I see myself as a virtual architect, or I'll say the architect, VR. And I need to, right, for my portfolio, right? I have to show that I can build in something else than the voxels, but I just haven't been able to pull myself out of this place. And I've, promised folks, like, I'm going to be building something for a group. I'm not sure if I should say anything, but it's, they're connected with Art Blocks. It's a DAO that I'm in, and I've said enough, but I've offered to build for them because I showed them Diamond Gallery years ago. And I thought, hey, it's time you guys have a metaverse home. So anyway, again, it's a long answer, but like so I'm aware of like On Cyber and Hyperfy and Portal.io and a host of other, and like more recently Nifty Island. But I just find myself like, this is work and home at the same time, and it's just like very hard to pull away. And then I get spoiled here too because I can fly around and just like speed fly and do all this stuff.
I want to lastly, I want to hone in on something before we transition out. Both Hidden Forces and Jin, shout out to these two gentlemen, brought up something in regards to clarity. When you say that you're voxels based, what exactly would that mean if you're able to import voxel structures, GLBs, and the like into other platforms in 2024 now? You can use different types of files or structures or build outs and stuff. I'm trying to use technical terms for people who speak technical things.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Max Osiris. The man is in the house. He has an exhibit in Dubai with the fantastic Moro Collective, who has a fantastic build, and it's educational. I just wanted to shout them out. I don't know y'all know where the Moro, build is, but they have a great, educational thing. To answer your question, I'd love to see, like, for example, I love how Voxels is connected with Substrata, and I just, I would love to be able, I don't know how, but I'd love to be able to maybe, like, chill in Voxels, and then like how you guys are doing, like you're streaming from one place to the next. I know Jin is huge on the interoperability of the metaverse, and that is what it's all about. I just wanted to paint a picture of, I'm someone that's captivated by a certain place. So it's not that I don't see the benefits of other places, but there's now historically, I would say that Voxels has it over any other metaverse, maybe except Decentraland because it started earlier. I know people like Toxam were in Decentraland, and I don't want to speak too much about their historical, place because I just don't know that place as much. I know it has a whole different vibe. They have the gambling thing going on, but I'm all for, like I would never steer anyone away from exploring the metaverse because to me, crypto and the metaverse, it's all about exploration. Let's check out this chain. Hey, this chain has gas. Wow, they're doing an L2, or let's check out, wow, hey, look at that. So it's the same thing with the metaverse. Like, and that's what the WIP means to me. That's why it's so cool. Even if I'm not on, the WIP, and I plan to be much more of a guest, but it's great for me to know that folks are spending the time looking into these other places, making sure they're cool and they're kind of doing test runs, and then so that other folks can come in. They're like, hey man, the water's good over here. I just want to paint a picture that I'm literally captivated by voxels, and that's kind of the best way I can say it. So it's a preference in one way, but it's more like a magnetic thing. Like I'm like magnetized here, like I think about the thing when I'm not in world. I'm like I think about building, or hey, would it be cool? Wow, what if I could do this? I've never seen that type of structure. So I hope I've answered your question and just yeah.
You have, man, and really appreciate your answers and your enthusiasm, man. I'm saying in the chat box, I'm like, dude, like, for many years, people have been out here building, hoping for people like yourselves to come here and like appreciate all the hard work and art and effort that people have put into these incredible builds and everything. And so for you to take us on a tour of this caliber and show that off to us and everything from that perspective, man, means so much to I think everyone here, man, honestly. So we got a lot of people up in the house here listening to you. Dude, I'm gonna throw the mic. We're gonna try and do a group shot here. So if you're not up on the roof, get up on the roof. I'm gonna drop the link here in the chat box in Discord if someone wants to womp in CV to get people up there. And I'm going to throw, if you have more questions for Elated Pixel, aka Voxel Living, aka Sounds Interesting, feel free. They didn't say that we could do this, but I'm going to make an assumption. Make sure to hit them up. And if not, hit us up and we'll put you in contact and everything because they're obviously up to a lot of dope stuff. So yeah, any lingering questions, drop them in the chat. We'll get them over. And I'm going to throw the mic over to Paradox and we're going to do a big, weird group shot here on the rooftop.
Hey Paradox, what's up, man?
Hey man, this has been awesome. Really, I see you all the time on Twitter, so great to finally meet you. Cool. Right.
All right.
All right, we're gonna do this thing. So Dragonate, protocol, please.
Just a humble cameraman looking for a tiny bit of attention. It's me, Paradox. Get your asses in line and smile for the fucking camera. No one cares about Matthew and Grizzle, that's for sure. It's about me, Paradox. I'm taking over the show.
Okay, cool. So, if you've not been listening, I am Paradox. I am the resident WIP videographer, and this is the point of the show where we take some video, but also a group photo. So, let's get everyone gathered on the roof and in front of this awesome piece of artwork. Let's have a look. Make sure you can fly or you can stand. It's up to you. Let me just send you a quick screenshot so you can see the shot. Thank you, Dragonate. So, this is the shot we're going to get. So let's see. I'm going to stay here. My CryptoVoxers is chugging. So give it a sec. Right, 10 more seconds. If anyone wants to be in the picture, now is the time. Okay, right, let's do this thing. I'm going to do a quick screenshot. Might want to spread out just a little bit. And if anyone's at the back, come to the front so I can see you. There we go, that's a good one. Beautiful. Okay, pitch time in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up. I have a banana envy. That sounds weird. Thank you. There we go. Right, let's crop that. Chug. Okay, cool. I reckon that's pretty good. Okay, cool. So, if you're new to the WIP, I edit together recap videos of these events every single week, and you can catch them on Rizzle's Twitter. So, with that, I think that's me. Until next week, guys. Paradox out. Cheers.
Yo, big shout out to Elated Pixels, aka Voxel Living, aka Sounds Interesting, once again for a killer tour. Metageist for the pre-whip, who was building this thing the whole time. We got the afties coming up with the show. We got a complete or semi-complete Metageist game out there somewhere. I'm going to throw the mic over to Matt to see how we want to do this thing and close out this event here. But thank you all so much for coming out today. Another killer whip, and don't go yet because we got still a few more things left.
Yeah, just echoing Elated, beating hard of Voxels, the metaverse. Like, but when people talk about vibes, like this is sort of like a canonical reference point. You embody so much of what makes the space, and why a lot of us have stuck around for so long. So just shout you the fuck out. You're doing the Lord's work. So going back to Nifty Island, murderous transition. We're going to murder one another at Metageist's Island and Nifty Island. So for folks that have the client downloaded, open it up. Metageist, what's the easiest way to search for the island? But Rizzle's sharing it there. Just type in Metageist if you're in the client. The island will pop up, will populate there, and then Metageist, we're pretty much in your hands. And then I don't know how long this is going to spill out. So I'm not sure what you want to do with the afties. I don't want to make you wait here so long as we're playing the game. But yeah, let me know what you want to do with the afties, and we can decide that. So then folks know what to do after we murder one another. Dude, totally your call. We can postpone it for next week so we have a little bit more tight. Totally up to you. But I always personally love getting shouted out. So.
Nate, hit my music, please. Thank you, sir.
Wait, is this thing on?
Yeah! It's time for the FTs!
Hot takes, opinions, thoughts. Let's go!
Hey, y'all. Do me a favor, adjust your volume. Just turn it down just a little bit. A little tiny bit. Just save your eardrums, then you can kick it up. Click on that Nifty Island link for Metageist game. You can do that. You can do two things at once, can't you? Awesome. WIP fam, I'm not canceling shit! WIP fam, I'm not canceling shit! Are you crazy? Nah, shout out to Matthew. He always has my best interest in mind. I love that guy so much. But I'm not fucking canceling a day. You're not gonna peer pressure me into not screaming and yelling. All right? Because you know why? Because shit is mooning. WIP fam, why would I cancel the afties when fucking gas fees are 90 plus gray? Are you kidding me? Like, consistently? Like, why would I cancel when BTC is like skyrocketing for real? ETH is skyrocketing by pennies, which I still don't understand. I still don't get why there's no correlation anymore. It's pegged, but it's not pegged anymore. No kink shaming. If you like getting pegged, shout out to you. WIP fam, what the fuck is up? I'm sure you already know. If you don't know, you will know by the end of this thing, the shouting and screaming and spittle flying at your tiny ass flat screen. Brought to you and powered by yours truly in the WIP. This is an appendage. This is an abscess, a growth, an inner and outer abscess leaking fluid in the form of alpha. WIP fam, check this out. This is what we're doing as a family. As a family, I want you to click on me. Look at the screen. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Can you see it? This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. All right. Things happened. Things fucking happen. I feel like the ETFs are like priced in, and some shit is going down that we weren't expecting. Click on me. Click on me if you haven't already. Click on me. Click on the screen. We're gonna watch something together. Very simply put, I'm shocked. There's Senator Warren is being challenged for his Senate seat. Shit is mooning. Like the ETH finally broke 3,500. This is like, hey, you know what it is, between 3,100 and 4. Like there's not that much resistance. It's the first time we're actually seeing any kind of resistance in the 3,000s. So this is brand new territory. This might mean that we're gonna go up soon. I don't know, maybe sort of kind of, I don't know, DYOR. And lastly, Big Boy is finally fucking shit up. Big Boy is finally fighting people, and we're gonna watch it together, yo. Again, click on my shit. Check this out. 3, 2, 1.
Sitting next to Wilson.
Can you hear it?
Well, he goes on a single again. Yeah, that's just it.
If I look really angry,
he gets you.
Big shot.
This is
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Somebody put Jake Paul on alert. Oh my God!
Dirty boxing here.
What's that? No, please.
This is crypto fighting for its life during the crypto winter.
Seconds. We gotta go to a second round.
Wait, hold on. Just so you know, because I'm screaming. I don't know if you can even hear the video, but this is literally us fighting for the past 2.5, 3 years, fighting tooth and nail against the bear market. Scraps. These are all. He's a spirit animal, and I hate using spirit animal because I don't mean any disrespect to anyone who's indigenous and their beliefs and etc. But he is literally the life force of all of us fighting for our lives. Against well, he's fighting a death like a but still he's fighting for our shit.
Let's go!
Got coming.
Oh shit, he runs his shit.
Lean back.
Yeah,
You know.
nice, very nice.
He pushed the shit at him.
That's funny. I mean, this.
That's what you get for telling me to go long.
He did the damage. Ooh. Oh, that was nice. He's landing. Better footwork. Oh, nice combo from Big Boy.
Oh shit.
Big Boy's locking in.
Oh, he's fucking him up. He's fucking him up.
Listen, I'm coming back to the that is legal for them to keep going. The referee should not have broken them up.
Oh, Big Boy is.
Yo, did y'all notice? Okay, so Brave has a sponsorship. Karate Coin has a sponsorship. Parallel. Hey, come on, man. Like, okay, side note. When it comes to this Web3 gaming shit, I don't care if motherfuckers have been around for like 8 years with their project and all they do is tweet out fucking little like bullish tweets about their own shit, sucking their own dick, releasing a coin after coin after coin for their Web3 gaming project. If the shit is boring as fuck. I think I don't know. I'm bullish about what I'm bullish on, and I think that these motherfuckers be blowing smoke up their own ass. But I'm not kink shaming, you know, whatever. But I'm talking about these other people. I'm not talking about Parallel. Parallel being here is kind of funny as hell, but it's fucking dope. I think that it's a sign of the time, sign of the future. Shout out to Hedera. Shout out to Hashgraph. Right? It's Hashgraph. Shout out to Hedera.
Fucking going. He's losing his mind. Look at his eyes. Talk about a project leader.
Literally gonna pop
Oh, buddy shot. Yeah, that was a good one. Oh, God.
5 seconds left.
I don't know what that feels like.
We could be going to a third.
Yeah, we could go to the third round. I think this
He's cheating. He's cheating. He's fucking
more light. Throw those hands.
dirty boxing.
You know what's inside of you. You are a project leader, more light. Throw those hands.
Dig in deep.
Oh, the hammer.
Wait, did you hear the commentators say, "You're a project leader"? You gotta dig in. You're a project lead. You're a founder. Dig in. Use that founder ambitious shit that you motherfuckers be tweeting out in order to motivate your non-motivated sub-paid workers, motherfucker. Use that shit right now.
Split decision. I think we're getting a third round. We gotta have one more. Third round.
Kumite.
There's actually some shots to the head to talk about. Boom.
I want the blood.
Good one. Folded.
This is crypto. I want blood, motherfucker.
Hold the head there.
Sweep the leg.
This is
Johnny, sweep the fucking leg.
Oh, this is how the tough man was born.
This is Cobra Kai.
This is incredible. 13 seconds left. I think the Ben Armstrong is going to take it via mental right hands.
Swing, motherfucker, swing.
Those rights are. Here we go. Sitting there, what can you do? Still, look at this.
Oh my God. Oh yes. Yeah, Binks. I mean, that Sholo, the main kid, he's now Blue Beetle. So who knows if he's even gonna circle back and do the next Cobra Kai, because he's too Hollywood. That kid in real life is like way too Hollywood for my taste. It's like the energy and like I don't know. It's too, I don't know. It's a turn off now. Anyway,
by unanimous decision in the red corner.
Wait, there's red corners?
The big boy!
The fact that Big Boy is in shape, the fact that Big Boy is like literally backing up all that shit that he was talking, his bad boy image, the Lamborghini police thing, it's just fucking crazy.
Hey, Ben, first off, I think I speak for everybody in this building. You might be the fighter of the night. How's that make you feel?
God dang it. Makes me feel real good. Fighter of the night represents State Calm, Bitcoin, and WW World Finance. Let's get it.
How does this feeling of winning a fight compare to other things that you've done in your life?
Well, it's the most rewarding thing I've ever done.
Yeah, Coldy, seriously, it's like the infamy makes you last longer, right? It's like you have so much vitriol and like all this other shit going on, and do you do something like this? How can you forget someone like this? You know what I'm saying? And by the way, yeah, I agree. I don't understand what the fuck he's saying, but I feel it.
How did something energy inside you didn't know you had? It's something to hold into.
What was going through your mind in that last round?
I can't believe how many punches I got choked. He can take a punch. I can knock his kind of hard ones.
That's the fucking coke.
Yeah, I'm out of breath.
That was incredible. One of the greatest, easily one of the greatest fights in combat sports history. You got it.
I don't know if it was one of the greatest fights in combat.
Why the fuck is this guy wearing makeup?
Sports history, Big Mike. But you know what? It actually was a pretty wonderful contest between two driven.
He's wearing Rizzle's old Me-Bit outfit, by the way.
Passionate, willing fighters who dug super deep. We had a lot of fun with these guys.
I mean, you know what would have been dope? Like he kind of said it. He shilled his some kind of whatever project, but he didn't shill a coin. If he would have just shilled like an actual coin at the end, it went viral, but it would have went even more viral. You know what I'm saying? But oh my god, man! Shout out to BitBoy for doing that. Shout out for real. Shout out to, and it just goes to show you that like this space, things could be boring and dead for like a long time, but you know that this space has like the potential to have shit be shooken up, you know, at any time. That's why we're here. It's like any moment, like the switch could get flipped, which is different than what happens in the meat space, where it just seems like the fight is fixed all the time, and you gotta play the game, quote unquote. While you know here it's like, nah, man, you play your game and you make the game come to you, just like Metageist did. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that being said, fam, I hope that we continue this ride up. The shit is just mooning. I hope that it's not like a local top. I hope that it's a steady climb and it's not like some bearish bullshit where Grayscale is gonna sell or whatever. Or I just saw Morgan Stanley is talking about finally creating an ETF. JP Morgan is like, Bitcoin is something. It's like, yo, fuck you, fuck y'all. Morgan Stanley's deciding to that their people want an ETF right now. It's so fucking ridiculous. It's hilarious. They could turn at the drop of a dime. Senator Warren stopped talking about crypto altogether, and she's talking about fighting for working families and suing the rich. Yo, WIP fam, thank you so much for coming through to this edition of the Athletes. Shout out to the entire leadership team here at meme.com. Shout out to the WIP crew. You know I love each and every single one of you. If you're vibing and you're hanging out in Metageist game parcel, please keep vibing, doing your thing. I'm not canceling. But you don't have to cancel either. Don't cancel the vibes. Don't cancel the fun. Keep that shit going. Keep collecting all those whatever the fuck the token is in Nifty Island. It better make me rich. That's all I know. And yo, WIP fam, I love you. Do your thing, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Is Metageist still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Thank you, Cody. All right, dude, we're in your hands. I'm waiting around. I've been waiting to murder all of our friends on your island. So
I wasn't sure what the hell was going on. I thought I'd just been chucked off. So luckily I was still here listening and running around. Yeah, I'm on the island. The link is in the chat. If you haven't got the client installed, then you'll need to do that. I've started a game on the island. Ballistic Banana is here with me, ready and waiting. So you should see it in the top right-hand side of your screen. Be able to press Y.
Paradox is here, Valiant's here, Rizzle's hanging out. Someone's running around. I can't see who that is. Is that Elbow?
Can you see my game in the top right-hand side of the?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there
For
you
folks
go.
that are in, just press Y.
Press
and you
Y.
can join the game. Oh, Binks is in the house. Lux Chris. Or Luke's Chris.
So all I've done is change some of the locations of some of the weapons and things and the flags, and I've started to come up with this concept of each of them being a gallery, like a battle galleries. Oh, I've lost one of my artworks. Oh no, it's back. Skeeny disappeared for a second. Yeah, but battle galleries. I thought it'd be great to come up with some sort of concept in the future where we have like takeovers for each of the galleries. Could be two different artists, and they could be talking about their work while we're trying to steal something from the opposing artist's work. I don't know. Like, yeah, there's something fun there.
100%.
There's 3 of us waiting to play at the moment. Hidden Forces just jumped in though, so hopefully.
Everyone that's jumping in, look in the top right. You should see like a couple options. The Y option will let you join and like queue up for the game.
Yeah, sometimes there's an issue where some people don't see the game, but we'll have to like talk in Discord. I can still see the Discord chat if anybody's got any questions. Please kill Metageist for me. All right, yeah, cheers, Ruby. Here I am wearing his on-chain chain proudly across my chest, and he wants me assassinated. I'm just waiting for. Oh, there we got 4 now. I was waiting for even teams. I might. Yeah, I think honestly, what we were saying earlier, show about the weight of the build. I think as it's getting up to the max now, it's just taking ages to load for some people. That might be what's happening. I noticed it took longer for me as well, so I'm gonna wait and see if we can get 2 more people before we start the game. I'll just wait like another 30 seconds or so. But we have got even teams at the moment. But if people are loading,
I see Hidden Forces Avastar's avatar. You're looking cute, Hidden Forces.
Yeah, Hidden Forces. Just press Y and you should join us. Yeah. So yeah, it's to capture the flag. I do believe there's more people waiting to get in. If that doesn't work, oh, that's annoying. Oh, are you in another game, Hidden Forces? If you hit escape, you'll leave the game that you're in. So you can all be on the island, but then you go into private games. And if you've joined somebody else's, you might be with other people. Hitting escape and then hitting Y again. You should see one for me join our game. You can see Show just got in, so did Ad and Alex. 2 new people. I guess, we're seeing a lot of contrast here between the instantaneous browser-based charm of CV and this other platform, which is very different. I was thinking a lot during that tour about how what you love about a place really is stuff that accrues over time when you have like lots of shared memories within an environment. And this being so young, it's still kind of cold. And I wonder if that's something that over time we'll start to sort of feel a bit more of an affinity with and a bit more sort of love towards the sort of platform. I guess it depends how it evolves over time, really, and how accessible it is.
Yeah,
I'm going to start
I think
again.
it'll depend on how close they bring the islands that end up becoming more popular over time. Having everything be so split up, like it makes pragmatic sense. But thinking back to the early magic of CV when it was all just Origin City, like that, that really is the ideal. And no one's done that since or approached it like that. Upstreet, I think, in theory, is trying to do that. But, oh shit, I brought a sword to a gunfight. Fuck.
Oh yeah, if you want to press Q, you'll get your gun back.
Yeah.
Paradox is shooting me. I think that's Paradox. Oh, I fell off. Damn it. Had a really good kill of Paradox earlier. I managed to get him with the freeze gun and he was slowly walking towards me and I could cut him up with a sword. That's a good, very satisfying combo.
It's painful.
What?
Said it was painful.
Nifty time, you're on my team and they're going to score. Oh dear, that was terrible. I should have got that.
I ran out of ammo. That was my bad. It's on me.
Yeah, I removed quite a lot of the ammo from this because I put too much in, and I like it when you've got to keep an eye on your ammo, but not too much, but enough to make it relevant. So there's less ammo boxes than there what used to be. I put up Basilius's hotel opening party flyer on the wall, along with like an Angie Taylor She art poster as well. I love using old NFTs as like posters from the past and putting them across different platforms.
One thing I'm noticing immediately compared to like the more contained environments for games like this on a trackpad, this is like much harder.
All right, yeah. I've never used a trackpad really.
Yeah, people are usually smarter than this.
Oh, is that someone? Is that ballistic or not? Somebody's shooting me. They're right above you, Matt. I think that's me.
Was that you?
Yeah, that was me.
I was trying to take a whack at you.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to. Ballistic Banana's guarding his. Oh no, I run out of stamina. So if you're waiting to start a game, we'll finish ours soon, and then maybe there'll be people loaded in, and we can load up with more people.
Yeah, we're doing pretty
It'd be
poorly.
interesting to know what other people's opinion of it is. I don't know. It's it's very very different to CV, but that's for lots and lots of reasons. Yes, Paradox. Oh no! Oh, I did kill you. Nice. Because maybe there isn't many people waiting to play. Because maybe they're not interested. They'd be interested to know. When you're in a game, you can't see how many other people are on your island. But I've tried to build a level that's got lots of sight lines. It would be cool to have a capture the flag game where you hide each flag down inside like a maze or something, and then if you get to the flag, you also get to like click on an NFT and then claim it. That would be totally doable.
That'd be cool. I do wonder what the breakdown is between like people on gaming PCs versus just regular like this. Oh, what is this? Got a flag.
Is yours running okay?
Yeah, no, it's running brilliantly. It just the controls are a little bit harder.
Yeah, you need a mouse really on this sort of game.
Yeah, mouse is ideal for large environments like this. The or the smaller environments really doesn't make a difference. It's almost, I felt like I had an advantage last time.
Ballistic Banana. Oh no, Paradox is coming in as well. Yes, I killed Banana. Don't know though. I think Paradox is about to finish.
People are spawn camping.
Yeah, there was a. Yeah, that wasn't deliberate. I think it was weird to be. I happened to be standing next to a spawner.
I have the flag. It's just so hard for me to get to the top of the platform.
Yeah, there's a few different ways to get it's a map that you have to learn, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's definitely a learning curve here for this map.
But I like that, yeah. When you've only got one environment to work with, it's fun to just try and make it quite complex, I think. Although I do like some of the really simple games. Some of the one-shot kill games are really fun.
No. Oh no. I was ready to plant the flag. How do you plant the flag? Yeah.
You're at the wrong base for a start.
Is it?
I feel retarded.
Thanks, you delivered it right to me. That was great. Thank you.
I was not destined to win that one, was I? It was doomed from the start. If I start another one, we'll see how many people we get. Oh, Hidden Forces is in. Paradox is in. Oh, loads more. 5, 6, 7. I'm going to wait 30 seconds. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to wait 15 seconds. Oh, yeah, we've got 8 people now. That's great.
I think there was another game going on whilst we were playing that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, 5 more seconds and then I'm going to go. That's, this is 4 on each team now, so it'll be a very different game. All right, I'm going to do it. Sorry for coughing down the mic. Maybe I should just try and put off the whole red team with beatboxing. Paradox is on my team. I was going to use a no-shot shoe as a flight of stairs, make the no-shot abyss.
I was just going to say, you've got a no-shot shoe here. That's great.
Yeah, I was going to make it big and make it like steps up into a gallery. I've got plans for both of these galleries becoming quite different and being really quite different from each other.
Those are Easter eggs in this map.
Yeah, I want to put loads more in. There's loads. There's a really cool. Is it this one? Oh no, you're getting shot by hidden forces. Avatars are so bad. I really don't like them. That was fun. That was satisfying shooting you in the back. Where am I? I can't remember what I was saying. No, I can't remember what I was saying.
We're talking about Easter eggs.
Oh yeah, underneath one of the bases, the Metageist. Is that how you pronounce it? On-chain chain artist with Rizzle. There's a really cool little one of his pieces on an arcade machine under the red base. And it's like my favorite bit. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Show is laying into me. I'm nearly dead. There he is. Oh, I've run out of ammo.
Alright, I'm getting for show.
I'm trying to get show as well, but I fell in the water and now I can't get out. I've got no ammo. I need to put some of these ammo packs back, I think, because it's not just me that's getting completely run out of ammo.
Yeah, suck it, show. I mean, good attempt.
Definitely use the cave in under the mountain. Yeah, because you can get stuck with these games just doing the same loop over and over again. But there's actually lots of different routes.
Ah! Overshot.
Don't know who that is, but the red base. But yes, got Valiant from miles away. Huh. I electrocuted myself. Have you done that? If you shoot a wall near, like next to yourself, you electrocute yourself. Oh, who got me? Dragonite.
Dragonite is this tiny little avatar.
I know what I'm going to try and do. I've got a plan. Wow,
Yoink.
Paradox on a killing spree.
And I got the flag.
Oh, Valiant, what do you mean need outer, middle, and inner loops in game? Do you mean like architecturally? As in the design of the game? Or do you mean like game loops as in a series of tasks that need to be completed to get through it? Because any advice when it comes to level design would be much appreciated. There's definitely a fine art to it. It isn't easy. Oh yes, sniped show from across the map. That was so satisfying. That was one shot kill. The sniper gun. I never really used the sniper gun, but oh yeah, I've stuck them up in the high areas of this map. So they do take a few seconds to get to. Like 30 seconds or so, but then you've got bird's eye view in the sniper gun. Oh, Valiant. Sniped in the back of the head. Oh. Hidden forces dodged.
I'm hiding with the flag.
Yeah, where are you? Oh, there you are. No, that's not you. So we've got yours as well, haven't we? Chopped up Valiant. I use the shift button all the time. Not shift. Well, I do use shift all the time, but I use control all the time. Use that roll to get a split second of invulnerability. If you hit control. Oh yeah, he's a Avagotchi. Oh no. Velociraptor pincer movement from Hidden Forces and Dragonate. Sorry, Matt's rug. That's what was happening to me last week. It's very frustrating. Oh, Paradox, what are you working on? I saw that you've done a WIP tower thing. How's that going?
That is where we're going next week. And
Nice.
I think we can say we got a load of prizes from Miss Pixels. Oh shit! Sorry, big attack by show.
God, old man cough. Trying to get Hidden Forces from across the back of the map.
But yeah, next week, Nifty Island. I'm trying like a quick build for next week. So rather than spending like forever on an island, it's more like an interesting game concept. But you know, prizes, the whip, it'll be fun. Mostly a good excuse to kill each other and get some Miss Pixel stuff.
Nice. I've got no ammo at all. Right. Bananakin was going to join us, but I don't think he was there. Was Bananakin around?
Oh, nice.
Right.
Yours now.
All right. Well, I'm going to stay here, I guess.
I'm gunning for show.
Is it show with the blue flag?
I think so.
Okay, I'm going to cover. I'm going to put the flag down. Oh, this is. Oh. I got Hidden Forces up. I got 50% of his armor down.
Yeah. Got him. Oh, right. Everyone converge.
I'm firing explosives into the red base. I'm giving away. Oh yeah, come on, get him. Yes.
Nice.
Good when there's that many people. I don't know what you guys want to do at the whip. Do you want to do a close, or are we just going to sort of trail off playing this for a bit?
I can't even log back into Nifty Islands. I think, yeah, officially whip is over. So whoever's hanging out and lucky enough to stay logged into Nifty Island, yeah, just have fun. And we'll catch everyone next week.
Sucks that you got booted.
Yeah, next week I'll post up in my house, not Casa de Cap One, aka Capital One Cafe.
Oh right.
Later show.
See you show.
Bye.